You know, I keep thinking about this Let's Play. I started it quite a while ago. I haven't had any views whatsoever, other than the one friend which I keep pestering about. Part of me makes me wonder whether or not I should actually keep going with this, but at the same time, I'm reminded, I just do this for myself. I haven't exactly tried to run off and do it for other people's opinions, other people's satisfactions. I've just done it for myself. It was a little project that I wanted to do, and I'm going to keep doing it. Yes, there have been stupidly long delays between this part and the last part, but again, I'm trying to find a way to deal with both talking about it and playing it and talking about other stuff as well, because just listing what happens in the game all the time, well, you guys have eyes, so there is no need for me to ramble on completely about it. I guess I can just sit there wondering, what do I talk about, what do I not? I see all the other people, they could just talk about random things as they're doing it, whether it's being directly related to the game. I see people do the large chunks of it where they just sit in silence as they play it. And I just want to be a mixture of the two. I want to speak where it's necessary to speak, and I want to stay silent so that people can just enjoy the game for what it is, including all of my screw-ups. Which, let's face it, there have been a hell of a lot of them. Anyway, in this part, we're continuing on from where we were with Dante. We have to go up and meet the leader of the mantra. And it will lead to a decision which you can put off for now. Probably, I don't know, it will influence the ending in some way, I'd guess. But he'll ask, because of how strong you were, whether or not you want to join him. And what are the pros and cons of that? And what is this philosophy for this group? This group, everything is strength. If you are weak, you will just get stomped on and pushed to one side. They have no hesitation to just kill those who get in their way. And in all honesty, I don't see much order coming from that. I don't see a good outcome ever coming from that, because the strongest will always be looking over their back, looking over their shoulders each time, just on the grounds that there will always be somebody trying to gun for the #1 position. What good can come from paranoia? And this is another reason why I could never ever agree to the mantra and their philosophy with Suffering the Weak. Because look what happens when you talk to the mannequins. They're all petrified. What good is leading by fear? What good will that actually bring about with anything? And yes, I know I keep referring to good with demons, but it's one of those things where I just sit and wondering, going, how could anyone think that leading like this is a good idea? Because all that will do is cause the people who are scared, eventually there will be enough of them, they will rally together and they will fight and they will overthrow whatever kind of situation you've got. For example, going on to a different genre, you've got the Mirror Universe in Star Trek. In that, the Terran Empire controlled pretty much everything, and they were winning up until Emperor Spock, because he took over, started to reform, try and change it towards what he saw the Federation was like after he mind melded with Dr. McCoy in the Mirror Mirror episode. And what he did there, he started to disarm, he started to step back from everything, and his entire goal, the Empire was going to fall. And the way he saw he did it is that he purposely set things up so that the humans would know what it's like to be enslaved, so that they... Hang on a minute. No, I'm overthinking it with the bad guy, never mind. What I'm thinking... Spock has purposely set it up to overthrow, so that the Terran Empire got overthrown, so that he would die, which kind of sucks for him, really, but hey, he would die, and the Terran Empire would get disposed by the Klingon-Cardassian alliance. And it worked, to an extent. Although, from what I've read, or how they've continued the storyline of it in Star Trek Online, after the Terran Empire fell and then fought against their slavery in the Deep Space Nine Mirror episodes, the Terran Empire then started rebuilding itself and trying to pick up right from where they left off. His goal was that the people who had fallen and become slaves would now know what it was like to be a slave, and then change the system after breaking free. But in the end, that doesn't happen. At least not with the way that the Star Trek Online has gone with it. The Star Trek books are a bit more lenient, I believe. I still haven't actually finished the trilogy that was released for it. Those are actually quite good books, actually. Following a lot of aspects that you never actually get to see. As I was saying, I was thinking of things of what I could talk about in these videos. I suppose I could actually dig into the different myths and legends about each of the demons that I recruit. But I don't want to sound like I am just regurgitating facts off Wiki, so that'll probably take a little time to do. Oh, there's some interesting thoughts. But yeah, as you can see, you got the cells here. They're all just setting up for the next people who are going to be doing the trial, or if they're too weak, they'll just be used as a food resource. I'm still not 100% sure on what kind of build I want to go for the main character, but I'm definitely leaning towards Bruiser with it. They're definitely more focused on the physical aspects and then balance it out with more spellcastery type demons. Heatwave, which you'd think is a fire attack, is actually a physical attack. God, this is actually remarkably difficult to try and talk about when I'm actually trying to think about it instead of just spewing random words while I'm actually doing the recording. Because I lost the original audio for this file when I did it, and then I just never got around to it. Recording any new ones until now. Oh god, I forgot I was having a bit of technical issue, so I stopped the recording here and you'll be able to see the scene transition. Which, yeah, all it was me walking through the door I had. The program I am using is called EasyCap, which sometimes it will work really well, but I'm mainly putting this down to my terrible PC. I really do need to work on upgrading it at some point. Every now and again, you can see in some of the video footage, it does start lagging and stuttering, and I'm suddenly running into walls. Haven't really gone much into the fusion. I will probably be doing that in the near future, seeing if I can get anyone else interesting. But whenever I see that, oh, this character is showing signs of change, I don't want to fuse them. I want to see how they evolve and how they change. And there's just so many things in here. There's just so much little bits and pieces that really depends on how you play. It's a really good thing. It's the creatures that you run into. You are quite flexible with your playstyle. Yes, you will end up needing to use certain types of demons on certain bosses, but even so, you've still got a large variety that you can choose, and you've got a lot more access to you through the fusions. And with the Demon Compendium, you can eventually summon them back. So you get rid of somebody and then bring them right back, and it's all good. "60th floor with the jump. Yes, you can take the jump if you want. You will end up on 1 hit point when you land though. So make sure you heal when you jump off. Or better yet, don't be a crazy person and just run back, and then you'll get more fights, more experience, and more levels up. Yeah, I do find myself using items a lot more in these games. A lot of them, it's just like I follow the logic of, oh, I may actually need that item later, I'm going to hold on to it. In here, not so much. I mean, I started replaying Pokemon Yellow because they got released on the Virtual Console on the 3DS. Holy crap, I got my ass kicked for a little bit on that. I mean, not even slightly, I mean royally. I don't want to be one of those people with the Pokemon games who says, oh, these games are so easy nowadays, back in my day it was hard. But I don't know whether I was just being really unlucky while playing it. I got on the way to Viridian City, the very first village that you run into, where all you run into are Pidgeys and Rattatas. I almost lost. I got blooming critical hitted 3 times in a row. That hurt. Not to mention that Gary, on my first attempt for it, before I went, you know what, nope, not having this, because I am not losing my very first battle. I lost. He one-shot my Pikachu. Anyway, I'm going to shut up here now and let you focus on this part. And so, Gozu-Tennoh marches off to war. You know, that's kind of a horrifying thought, really. A giant demon army attacking a demon army in the location where we need to go. Then again, I suppose it does act like a nice little distraction for us. Either way, I'm going to start recording the next part now that I've done the audio for this, and I shall see you there, where we come across another boss. And I will probably start talking more about the solutions that have been put out before us so far, the possible paths that we can choose to take. You have seen the mantra and their psychotic order of thugs. Now, what about the other order? The one that wants to bring around the halt, the stillness, calmness, nothingness. I'm not sure I can see anything good with them. I may have to look for a different option. Who knows? Well, anyone who's completed the game will know, but I don't, so until that point, I shall see you later. And I hope you enjoyed Let's Play Lucifer School Part 28.